Hey guys, so for my thinking environment assignment, I've chosen the place component. When I think about what an ideal thinking environment should be, I can't help but get caught up in the actual physicality of space where one thinks. I feel like the places where we go in life greatly influence the way that we think, and I believe that the places where we do our thinking affect us in the same way. While I was exploring this topic, I was reminded of an article I read for my What is the Good Life class last year. The article was entitled The Architecture of Hope. So the author, Charles Jenks, describes how his wife Maggie was undergoing chemotherapy. They spent a lot of time in hospitals, which, if you've ever been in a hospital, you know is full of darkly lit rooms and uninspiring surroundings, blank white walls that basically do nothing to help the people who are undergoing treatment in those facilities. What's more, at least from Jenks's point of view, it seemed to be making his wife Maggie feel worse. So Maggie and Charles realized that to fully help people who are trying to heal themselves from a tough disease like cancer, they needed to have their spiritual and emotional bodies healed as well. These regular hospitals were really making its patients lose the will to fight. So Maggie and Charles, who both happened to be architects, decided to build their own healing centers. The new centers had calming architecture, gently sloping walls, lots of natural light, and an engaging and comfortable atmosphere where the patients felt like they could really talk to their doctors about their journeys. They received essentially the same treatment in these facilities, the patients, but they learned that the improved environment actually helped these patients heal much more efficiently than they would have in a regular hospital. Sadly, Maggie eventually succumbed to her disease, but her spirit lives on through the Maggie Center organization, which has locations all around the UK and even in Hong Kong. I don't know, this might be a ham-fisted or very literal interpretation of the place aspect of Klein's components, but I feel like this anecdote is the best possible example of creating an environment where people feel like they matter. I think it does well to remember that doctors also spend a lot of time, if not all of their time, in these environments, and I feel like the doctors probably felt much more at ease in this environment as well. And in turn, they might have come up with new ways to help their patients feel better, or, at least connect with their patients better and help them heal their minds and souls. In its own way, I feel like thinking in order to solve a problem is just like healing someone. You have to identify the problem, accurately diagnose it, and find the best method to resolve the issue. I believe that the best thinking environments are ones that remove other worries from the minds of its thinkers and provide a physical space that's open and full of light, both in the physical and, spiritual sense, and the hopes that the people's minds will follow in the same way. So those are my thoughts about the thinking environment. Thanks for listening.